Bind, and then moving on over towards Haven for Game 2. Game 3 will be on Split should we find the need. One thing our production wanted to note for us, Ascent was banned away rather immediately. So, though it has been the flavor of the month here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, no Ascent here in this best of 3 series.
I think that this is both of our grand finalists giving us, i.e. the casters, a little bit of a break. Seeing the Ascent all the time. You know, it's a great map, but sometimes you want to see something different, and something different indeed. We're going to Bind, and I mentioned Bounty Esports kind of taking it to elevate on this map. 13-3 was that score line, so certainly a map they are feeling comfortable on. Unsurprisingly, we are seeing 2 raises out of the gate, something that we tend to see here on the Bind. Typically, you know, those small enclosed areas, think hookah, think short A, definitely make for the raise play being quite interesting, you could say, Dilly.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Ray's territory here on Bind. The paint shells will be ever flowing around those corners. One thing I do want to keep an eye on as well is Iconic picking up that Killjoy once more. Last time was on Ascent. This time is on Bind. Could represent a step forward for Iconic, kind of hard maining that one character, bringing it across the world to these various maps, as we see Iconic on the Killjoy, Valen on the Omen, cheat code on the Reyna, Simple on the Sova. Those 4 haven't changed. The only change for Pugstars from that semifinal will be Bossy on the Raze, and it is a near mirror matchup. Just Sheeb opting to pick up that Cypher over the Killjoy that Iconic has opted for. So we'll see how that pans out. Slightly maybe more aggressive play from Pugstars there, as this pistol round has gotten off to a tame start here.
Well, and a thing to note, right, is that the Cypher is very much preferred, typically, on this map, in Blind in particular. So I think a key to look at, like you were saying, is the Killjoy coming through. Iconic certainly very good at that. Here comes the push over towards A. Valen that opening frag, and now the swing comes through from Nibbler in the lamp, but it's not going to net much of anything. Iconic wins that duel. Sheep, though, with the trade, as now it's positioning a nightmare, at least for the time being. Platinum gets one, but then again, a trade comes through, so 2 on 3. Now in the flank, got a little bit aggressive, and Simple is going to dispatch that with ease. Now Spike tapped by Platinum. It's going to be a difficult effort, and indeed impossible as Simple picks up the frag. So Pugstars are up 1 here in this best of 3.
Absolutely. Pugstars once again with a clean pistol round there, or a nearly clean pistol round, only giving away 2 kills to the side of Bounty Esports. But yeah, a strong start there for the attacking side, and a bit difficult for Bounty Esports, losing out on what looked like a failed game of musical chairs around lamps. The chase going down. Sheeb able to pick up 1 kill. Unable, unfortunately, for Bounty Esports to pick up another. So will be the eco round here for Bounty Esports. Not too much to look for in this one. Nibbler trying to make a little bit of aggressive play. Catches the attackers right off guard. Nibbler with a brilliant 1-for-1 trade there. Takes down the spike carrier, delays the plans from the attackers, but Iconic regains some ground, gets the kill into Control Z. Bounty Esports with a tricky 3v4 to navigate.
That's a nerf weapon, by the way, that right click, supposedly. But a couple of nice little taps from Platinum. Those not right clicks, but still do significant damage to the attackers, but it's not quite enough for the frag, and it's going to be difficult to capitalize off the back of those, considering that Show's already down at 30 HP, and that long-range duel not going his way, and probably not going to go his way in the long run as the sonar dart comes through, but doesn't gain much of any information. And with that, it should just be some cleanups and down Sheep as well. And that's another round. Very solid stuff on the board. A note here, though, Bounty electing to kind of go for that much more conservative second round. I actually very much like that, Dilly. It makes sense to me, especially on the defense, to just play it safe, get the weapons out here in the next round. Because, listen, round wins are what get you the game. It doesn't really matter if you do a lot of economic damage into that second round unless you're able to take a victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Bounty Esports very much in for the long con here in this best of 3 series. And now the full buy comes through for the defending sides. The bonus round activated here for Pugstars. And already the bonus grows larger. Iconic gets the action started once more. Takes down Shove over towards Shower. Bossy, meanwhile, trying to do some work towards Hookah. Trades a fair bit of HP for the privilege. And now Pugstars reconsidering their options. They do have the 1-player advantage here, 5v4, but a rather tricky health bar there for the Rays on the side of Pugstars here. Bossy still advancing forward, very unafraid is the duelist. Pugstars establishing a lot of territory and now setting up for the execute out onto A site. Oh, Control Z.
Ooh, the flank! So good from Control Z. It was doing that as well in the past for Bounty. That just puts a big kibosh onto this push. It was looking to come in, and now Platinum winning the fight. That's Iconic going down. This is absolutely horrible for the attackers. Now they've got to rotate out onto the site. There is 2 players here on defense, though, towards B. And Platinum is ready and waiting. Who took down Iconic here. Sonar Dart comes through. Not going to find any information, though. Now here comes the push. They don't know! They aren't aware! And Platinum, and Nibbler all picking up 1 to put Bounty Esports on the board.
That was a bit of a slaughter for Bounty Esports, wiping out Pugstars over on the B side of the map. A bit curious how that one fell apart for Pugstars. It all came as a start from that flank from Control Z on the backside. Really pulled the rug out from under Pugstars' feet. And from there on, Pugstars looked a bit lost on the map, unsure of where to go. They settled on that Hookah corridor, and that would spell their doom. Platinum coming up big on the Sova in that 3rd round. Now Bounty Esports with a great chance to even up the score here. Pugstars unable to secure the bounty round, or excuse me, the bonus round, but certainly looking to claim the bounty on Bounty Esports.
Well, they are in pretty good position. They have plenty of weapons, but the lockdown, not typically towards A. It's interesting that this is coming through. That is going to get destroyed, though, unfortunately. And Bossy coming up with the first frag. Paranoia comes through in Showers. That doesn't end up netting anything but Simple winning out the gunfight in a straight-up duel against Sheev. That's a very, very good. And it's suddenly a 3-on-4. It's Control C is ready for this take.
Yeah, oh, that's prime positioning from Control Z, and Platinum able to follow up as well. Pugstars need to steal this one away, but Control Z gets the quadra kill on the Reyna, and now Bounty Esports tie us up at 2 apiece. We are certainly set to trade punches here in this heavyweight title bout. Pugstars up against Bounty Esports here for the grand finals. Bounty Esports have already made a statement earlier today, looking to make another statement in the grand finals, secure their place in Valorant Sunday Showdown history, taking down the Pugstars here. Now Pugstars on a very awkward half buy. Few sets of light armor, 1 set of full armor for them, and a smattering of firepower available for Pugstars. They do have that Hunter's Fury, the Empress available for the side of Bounty Esports, though. So Pugstars look to try and make this stick here on B site, but Bounty Esports with a firm grasp on this Hookah corridor. This will be very tricky for Bossy to navigate.
Yeah, and it's interesting that Pugstars have basically, or rather the Bounty has committed to that in this round. It does give a drag over to Bossy, but nothing else with Nibbler lining them up and knocking them down, making the entirety of Pugstars look like bowling pins right there as they pick up their 3rd round of Bounty, looking strong against that half-buy.
Not only is Nibbler a goated shotgun wheeler, but also Nibbler is a clutch player here for Bounty Esports. We touched on Nibbler as being a major key to Bounty Esports' earlier victory over Blahaj. And now Nibbler comes up big once again here for Bounty Esports, picks up the quadra kill, secures that 5th round for Bounty Esports. And now Pugstars, they are looking to take the fight back to Bounty Esports. Bossy TV lets the showstopper fly, takes down Control Z, pushes forward with the paint shells as well. Pugstars looking to kick down the door here on B side. Meanwhile, Iconic takes down Nibbler over on the opposite side of the map. Bounty Esports being spread so thin from this onslaught of Pugstars.
What a great adjustment right there from the Rays of Bossy, realizing, oh, hey, listen, Bounty, they're playing aggressive in hookah. That means that they have no way to get out or get away from the showstopper and just threw it in there. Really great adjustment, and it just shows the really good mindset that Pugstars has, and in particular, the Rays right there. It's a 3-on-5. Pugstars currently fully in control of the site. Spike planted now. And this is going to be a difficult retake, especially with really no ultimate to use.
Absolutely, Bounty Esports, their toolkit looking rather barren here in this 6th round. Pugstars with a firm hold on this A-side. Show pushes forward into sure doom. Bossy TV picks up the triple kill, goes on the hunt for the quadra kill. Bossy wraps it up with a nice, pretty little bow for the Pugstars, and we're back tied up, this time at 3 rounds apiece. And as I said before, these teams are set to continue trading punches back and forth, and this time it's the knockout punch Pugstars delivering onto Bounty Esports. Bounty Esports now with the bankrolls looking rather thin. They will be able to get that full buy here, but there are not many more full buys on the cards for them should Pugstars continue playing in this fashion.
Yeah, the money is certainly starting to look a bit unwieldy for them. All that being said, though, still fairly solid overall start from Bounty Esports, as Pugstars are playing things a bit slower this round. Just want to spread out along the map, get some information, play this default, and we look at the adjustment. There's nobody in hookah. A bit of a teleport for some information, only gaining the info that cheat code is there, as well as the Sova. But other than that, not much gain, though. Bossy now being spotted out. Iconic is going to have to try and sell that there's at least somebody here, but he's been there pretty much every single round. It has kept 2 players in that direction, as we are approaching about 50 seconds left on the clock. This paint shell going to be clearing out the little corner on the right-hand side, as now the rotations come through, and the A-hit, I believe, should be where we end.
Absolutely. Pugstars have fully explored all options available to them here in this 7th round, and now looks like A will be the destination of choice. There's the Empress popped for the side of Pugstars, further bolstering this attack. And there starts the execute. There goes the smokes out onto heaven. Iconic inching forward. Oh, finds the site. Will find the kill on the show. That was close, but Iconic clutches it out in the end. And now Nibbler holding on for dear life. Can't get it done. Valen cleans up Nibbler. Cheat code takes down Platinum. Control Z pushes out onto site to certain doom. She now in the 1v5 picks up one. Will not find the other. Simple takes him down, and now Pugstars with what very well is their first lead since the beginning of the game, where they're up 2-0.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you mentioned that if Pugstars kept playing like they were, that Bounty would definitely be in a difficult purchasing position, and that time has now come. They are relegated to 1 rifle and pistols across the board. Frenzy's Sheriff's available, but Control Z, the 1 singular rifle, looking to get aggressive. This is really interesting because this oftentimes works. It isn't going to work out this time, though. That Lear not able to get anything as he now falls back. But this one player ready and waiting for the push. Paranoia comes through, and now the lockdown as well. So that makes things, let's just say, a bit more difficult for all the hookah players, forcing the push. They've got to now run backwards to get away from things. Kick over the double kill in the meantime as he pushes onto the site. There is still a couple of players here, but that's a very short-lived player as Platinum gets one, but that's going to be it. Simple with the trade. We are up to 5 for Pugstars on this attack.
Yeah, absolutely. If there was any talk of a thrifty win for the side of Bounty Esports, that talk was quickly silenced. Pugstars very calmly and coolly take control of the B site there. The lockdown really well placed. It really sent the defense of Bounty Esports into a bit of disarray. You could see their members scrambling away from that lockdown and getting caught, frankly, with their pants down by the attack of Pugstars. And now Pugstars once again turning their sights over towards that B side of the map. Oh, Bounty Esports with a bit of aggression in the face of Pugstars do get that 1-for-1 trade, taking a big chunk of damage onto Control Z. That won't stop them from picking up a second kill and the heal as well. So Bounty Esports ratcheting up the pressure and it paying off thus far.
Does that a 2-for-2 eventually, granted with that player on the site, despite getting planted by Valen, and oh, that's a very nice aggression from Chico, who finds Control Z, maybe just a little bit. Now Sheeb has to find the 1v1, and indeed does. Neural tech coming through, gonna give the information over about where these players are, and Shove, and now the Showstopper to close it out. That's a double kill from Shove to pick up a 4th bounty. Honestly, I was not a huge fan of the solo push down long, but what a clutch there from Shove.
Absolutely. It was very dicey indeed for the Bounty Esports. It was a big gamble all the way around for the defending side, but goodness gracious, did it pay off. Bounty Esports with a much needed round, a much needed stop to the streak that Pugstars were putting together, keeping Pugstars within arm's reach. And now Bounty Esports, they don't have the best economic position, but weather certainly looking a bit brighter than it did last round.
That's definitely the case. You know, you had the a little bit dicey round, you know, right before that, and got the clutch on reinvest. So this is in prime position. Bounty could tie things back up here with a nice round. And they are already trading some information over towards that one direction, towards B, but that's a Hunter's Fury to try and answer. Gets the tag off the back of the Owl drone, and that's already a 2-man advantage. Bounty Esports are in control right now, Dilly.
Absolutely. Bounty Esports have stepped on the throttle here. Now really applying pressure to Pugstars here in this 10th round. Valen still so dangerous in any situation you give him. Pushing forward our Pugstars, unafraid in this 3v4. Scouting out B-side. Control Z, though, has gone undetected. This could be disaster for the side of Pugstars. Control Z gets the dismiss for free. Shove on the backup, takes down cheat code. Valen has to haul on over towards the A site. It's going to be all kinds of revealed, though, by that spy cam dart. And now a 4v1 situation for Bounty Esports as the spike takes down. Valen just gotta hold on for dear life through this one as the walls start to close in around him. Valen gets one, but Nibbler puts him down, and Bounty Esports tie us right back up, this time 5 rounds apiece.
I mean, just really solid stuff from Bounty to pick that round up, and honestly, really good stuff there from Sova. You know, you get the tag with the drone, take advantage of it. Make that opening pick happen. And indeed, that's what we saw. So overall, Platinum stepping things up big time here for the Bounty Esports side. It's been a back and forth first half so far. Just a couple of rounds left in this first half on Bind. And I mean, if this is anything to go on, Dilly, this grand finals is going to be exciting. We've got another gun round coming up, and lots of cash available as well if it goes awry for Pugstars.
Absolutely, this lines up to be a real firecracker of a round here. Big guns in everyone's hands, and here come the fireworks. There's the Hunter's Fury from the side of Pugstars alongside the Showstopper as well. This is a full-on commit to the A side of the map. Big damage onto Sheep, but Sheep wins out in the end, takes down Bossy. Looking for more is the defending side. Shove takes out Cheat Code, but Iconic on the backside takes down Sheep. Shove puts down Iconic, and though the spike is down, Bounty Esports in a 4v2 position. Pugstars have been left in tatters from this retake. Simple holding on for dear life as Valen gets taken out. Simple, oh my goodness, Simple so close to heroism, but Bounty Esports hold on in the end. Bounty Esports get themselves a much deserved lead.
I didn't notice who it was, but whoever was in that 2v4 was Simple. poor guy. That's all I have to say. Because he got tagged with the dart, right? And then after that, the tag went through where it showed the position, and then he got pre-fired, only he had moved, and his teammate was right behind him where the tag had gone through. It was just, oh, poor guy got pre-fired out of nowhere, even though it was not even him who got tagged with it. Oh, that feels bad. But I bet what feels a little bit better is Bounty Esports in prime position to take the commanding lead in the first half. It's 6-5, but they can convert into another one. One ultimate available for both sides for the defense. And oh, what a double kill. Nibbler lines them up and takes them both out. Now, a 5-on-3 scenario. Pugstars have to figure out what to do.
Absolutely. Pugstars, they are being asked some really difficult questions here from Bounty Esports. Cheat Code is going to have to be a bit of a hero here with this Empress hunting for a kill, but Bounty Esports are not going to reveal themselves unless they absolutely have to. Pugstars, they looked so in control to start this half off, but Bounty Esports stayed true to the game plan, stuck to it, and looks set to win out this first half. After all, this could be a really big shift forward for this team. They can clinch out this 5v3 situation. Bossy trying to steal this one away for the Pugstars, has the spike in hand. The other two remaining attackers creeping forward through this A-long corridor. Again, Bounty Esports playing their cards close to their chests, lurking in these shadows. They do not want to challenge these fights unless they absolutely have to. Here comes the moment. Here comes Sheep. Picks up the double kill. Picks up the triple kill. Bounty Esports flawlessly wrap up the first half.
And it's a full house of frags. Sheeb, Nibbler, triple kill, a double kill for both of them. Absolutely incredible. And so, like you said, 7-5 this half, and this is now prime positioning to kind of take things away here on the first map. This was Pugstars' pick here, Bind. So definitely would be amazing to pick up their map. I don't know if you have the stats. I'm gonna put you on the spot. What are the stats here on Bind for the attacker defense here in the Sunday Showdown?
I love that you put me on the spot because I am here to shine in the spotlight. So the attacking defending stats for Bind, it's essentially 51-49. It is so close that it's near impossible to make a distinction. It really comes down to the team composition, and Bounty Esports, well, they look like they've got attack on their mind for sure. The Reyna leading the way. Iconic already the turret taken out, so that's one of Iconic's teammates taken out practically. But here he comes, unafraid, trades out the kill, takes down Nibbler. That's the spike out of hand here for Bounty Esports. Bossy with the paint shells, takes out Control Z, takes down Platinum, takes down Show. Bossy put that guy on TV. Pugstars win yet another pistol round.
Wow, Bossy just taking things into their own hands, absolutely stepping it up and making the plays when it's most needed. Coming through Hookah, the quick flank is there, and well, it is just a one-round deficit now. If unless something crazy happens, I say this, and knowing full well I might be jinxing or so, the classic caster's curse. But unless anything crazy happens here in the pistol round, which it looks like Bounty Esports just electing to save, should be a tied game for Pugstars moving forward. They look to push over towards this A site.
Absolutely. Bounty Esports, they could be very dangerous here with this push. They've certainly got the numbers advantage, forcing Cheat Code out of that showers position. Here comes the repeat. Those are big paint shells. That's big damage for the attackers, finding the opening 2 kills. Valen able to trade one back, but the defenders left in this 3v4. Valen, though, has gone undetected. Valen picks up the double kill. Can they find any more? Valen still on the hunt as the spike goes down. Simple and Iconic for the backup clean-up house. Control Z, the lone attacker remaining, trying to land these digs, trying to land these shots, but it's gonna be Valen picking up the triple kill, and Pugstars tying us back up for what I believe is the third time in just this first match. This time we're at 7 rounds apiece, and both of these teams very much in this first game of Grand Finals.
Yeah, I mean, there's just barely anything, maybe a piece of paper between these two teams in their levels at the moment. And, well, honestly, I'm excited to see what they continue to bring as we move forward. The first 2 rounds out of the way in the second half, so that brings us to the tied game. Now, weaponry coming back out. It's the bonus round that we like to talk about here. And this bonus round, so impactful. If you're able to take this round, your economy pretty much just it was so strong for essentially the next 2-3 rounds off the back of this.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be monumental for Pugstars if they secure this round. Bounty Esports, this is very much do or die time here for them early on in the second half. They want to make this full buy stick. Standing in the way is simple and iconic. Out on the B side, but here comes a massive flank from Pugstars on the backside. Bounty Esports, can they weather this storm? So far, Shove able to stand tall, will lose out the cheat code after the double kill, but Pugstars force Bounty Esports away from the B side. Bounty Esports with that complete rotate over towards A, and now Nibbler could win out. No! Nibbler had the position, didn't have the shots. Cheat code takes him out, brings us into a 3v3.
That's a huge win there for Cheat Code, and now Control Z has to be aware of the potential flank from 2 different angles. Is going to have the right one dialed up. Not looking for it, turns at the right time, but the frag not to be found. It's 2-on-3 now. As Iconic into the lamp position, wins the first fight. That's Sheev going down. So now it's tagged for Iconic. It makes things more difficult, but Simple wins out the gunfight. Now the second as well. Simple with the double to close things out. It's 8-7 Pugstars retake the lead.
That's the bonus round as well, secured for Pugstars. Bounty Esports will be in economic shambles, having given that round away. That is a massive step forward here for Pugstars as they put their foot down on 3 rounds in a row to start us off here in the second half. Pugstars certainly have to be feeling themselves here in this moment. Bossy, 13-9-2. Simple, 13-7-7. 7 assists for Simple here in just this match alone. These are incredible stat lines coming in from the Pugstars themselves, and now Bounty Esports, they are being taken to the limit.
They certainly are, and well, limited is the purchase right now. Bossy not limited at all, but is shut down after just the 1. Paranoia goes through. Going to push Cheat Code back into the corner now. Another flash.
Oh, no way!
They're so good, but he can't see. It doesn't matter. No ISO problem for Cheat Code. Following it up with another, as that's impeccable stuff. Cheat Code putting the team on his back and making the frags work. No Shove, not to be outdone, does find another frag. So impressive, but it's still a 2-on-3, and Shove has 6 HP.
Cheat Code is a very, very skilled player. That's all I've got to say. Iconic takes the 1v1 trade. Platinum will be able to secure the spike there, but only 29 HP remaining for Platinum in this 1v2 position. Has to dodge away from a shock dart nonetheless, because that would be enough to take him out, and simply Platinum will not be afforded the piece. Platinum will not be afforded the space. Pugstars seize control now, 4 rounds in a row here in this second half. Bounty Esports once again tasked with a do or die moment. They have got to make this full buy stick. They have got to convert this round into a win.
I'm just, my mind is so blown by this Pugstars roster, man. Like, you know, these are like the star players from every single roster that they were previous a part of.
Yeah.
Like, these are the top frags,
yes,
pretty much all the time. And it's like Cheat Code sitting in the middle, playing very well, by the way, in the middle. Like, just, it's mind-boggling, Billy. I just can't get my mind around it. And so they are putting on a show for us at the moment. They're up 2 rounds now. As it's looking like that's the showstopper coming through. Show trying to find something. Hunter's Fury as well. Swings the corner, but Cheat Code wins the duel. Is that Hunter's Fury not quite finding much of anything? Cheat Code now in a bit of a dark spot, but the blind is effective. Empress popped as well. Now it's going to have to be the return fire. Sheeb does win against Valen, but does he know Boss is here? Indeed, it looks like he might. On the other side, though, it's Cheat Code winning the duels. He's got 4, and Bossy wins the duel as well. Each of these individuals stepping up massively, but Cheat Code in particular, 7 frags in 2 rounds.
Cheat Code said, middle of the scoreboard, not anymore. I'm moving on up, says Cheat Code. 15, 9, and 3, not to be outdone. Absolutely stellar rounds from Cheat Codes, nearly single-handedly delivering these round wins to the side of Pugstars. And now Pugstars are in cruise control. They have put 5 rounds in a row on the board, and they are just 3 rounds away from securing this first game of grand finals on their map pick nonetheless. So Pugstars so close to this first game, they can almost taste it. Can Bounty Esports pull some magic out of the hat, steal this one away? So far, Cheat Code is looking to say magic ain't real.
Well, Cheat Code was getting aggressive at A, and then he got bored with that, so went over to B. That's kind of, at least how I see that going down. Now, Cheat Code rotating back to A. It's looking like that's where the push is coming through. Bossy with the aggression over towards that B site. Now, Lear comes through, but Valen, yet again, the near site is effective enough to find one. Iconic with a double. Only just the one left. That's Platinum, and that's quickly dispatched. Valen takes Platinum out, and it's round 11 gain for Pugstars. They were down big in that first half, or well, not that big, 2 rounds, but still, they were down, and now flawless here in the second.
Absolutely, this is just indicative of the mental fortitude that the side of Pugstars have brought to the table here today. We saw it in their semifinal matchup where they were down 8-4 at one point and still were able to bring that victory back. They stayed cool, they kept their nerves calm, and Pugstars delivered that comeback victory and now are set to do it once more, just this time in grand finals here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. Pugstars get the opening 2 kills to this 19th round, and Bounty Esports quickly find themselves in a 3v4 situation. Make it a 2v4, make it a 2v3 here as Show trying to keep the hope alive.
Doing a good job of that. The Empress does get popped for Control Z, who was a big value player in that matchup we saw earlier, but Iconic not going to be losing that gunfight. It is just on the Empress. Iconic not knowing where this player is sitting, but not looking the right direction. Control Z is now able to get out off the back of the fade away, the dismiss there. Paranoia comes through, but misses just by a little bit. Defuse coming through. He's got to spam through the box. Doesn't stop the defuse, and that's going to be it. Pugstars getting match point first, or rather mat point, but Control Z does get a couple of kills on the fadeaway. It's going to just be the consolation frags, though, because he did not win the round.
Heartbreak for Control Z in that moment. It looked all set for a clutch. The stage was ready for Control Z to take the spotlight, but Pugstars turned the light off for Control Z, taking away that 12th round for themselves, and now Pugstars just 1 round away from sending us on over to game 2 of this best of 3 series, which will be on Haven for game 2. Bounty Esports trying to keep us on bind for the time being. Can they do it? This very well may be their last chance to do it here on Bind. There goes the spike plant from Bounty Esports and the opening kill. Nibbler takes down Valen Shove, takes out Simple, going very well for the attackers thus far. Cheat Code brought low from that trade with Platinum. Iconic on the backside, takes down Shove, but takes a fair bit of damage as well, sends out the turret for backup. Cheat Code pressing forward onto site, picks up Sheep. This is very much not over for the Pugstars. Iconic on the backside, loses out. Now to Control Z, Cheat Code in the 1v2. The overheal rolling Cheat Code picks up the triple kill on the Nibbler, gets the defuse started, spots the rival Reyna. Can't get it to halfway. Can they clutch out the round? Cheat Code has to hold it down at some point, and the timing has worked in Bounty Esports' favor. Control Z plays it to perfection, and Bounty Esports staying alive.
They are staying alive, but how long? We've got 4 map points to go here for Bounty to send us to overtime. And, well, it's been a large amount of rounds, all of them, in fact, on this second half for Pugstars, as they are finally denied, but it is at the witching hour. 12th round already there. With that said, though, plenty of cash available for another purchase for Pugstars. And indeed, they have it all to do. It's looking like it's going to be shaping up to be a B hit. A little bit of aggression over towards Kuka. Bossy's not going to be sent away all that easily, though Paranoia is going to make that a bit more difficult. Now the aggression comes through. Shove, who is getting there. And in fact, the frags is still going the Pugstars' way. All 3 of them, in fact. It's just 2 left. Control Z and the Sova left in 2-on-5.
Man, Bossy is playing with some serious style, holding down Hookah, gets the frag, slips away very slyly with that satchel charge, and now Platinum left alive to keep Bounty Esports Game 1's hopes alive, but those hopes are done and dusted. Pugstars take Game 1 of Grand Finals here in week number 43 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. They do so in stellar fashion, truly showing this team has not just really strong strats, but really strong mental strength as well.
I mean, we kind of already knew that, like you alluded to, you know, in our semifinal matchup, coming back, you know, from a large deficit. It was an 8-4 half.
Correct.
If I'm not mistaken. You know, so all of that to say, Pugstars is never out of a game. We talked about it before, and I'll say it again. They are always available for the clutch and closing out that second half flawlessly with just the 1 round dropped. So that was their map pick, though. You would have expected them to win that in a best of 3, or you would hope at the very least.
Of course.
And so Bounty, they do move on to Haven, which is their pick. And this map, you know, I think this is a good opportunity for Bounty to kind of move forward. They kept it reasonable. They that first half very strong. You know, lots of step ups. They just kind of lost it in that second half. I don't think that. Put it this way, I don't think that the Bounty is done quite yet.
Yes.
They certainly are not a team to fold under the sort of pressure of a first map deficit.
Absolutely agree. I would say Bounty Esports has plenty left in the tank to give us, but we will give them a short 2-minute break. We ourselves will take a short 2-minute break, and we will be right back with game number 2 of the Grand Finals on Haven. Bounty Esports up against Pugstars. Stick around. You definitely don't want to miss it. Welcome back, everyone, to this Valentine's Day of the Valentine's Day edition, rather, of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. I'm Dilly G, joined by my Valentine for the day, Vincent, alongside me. We had a banger of a game one here with Pugstars up against Bounty Esports. Pugstars clutching it out in the end, despite the deficit they had earlier on, and now we move into game two on Haven, and we are wasting no time getting into Agent Select.
No time whatsoever. Remember, $700 dues on the line here for the first place winner. So everybody wanting to get things moving as quickly as possible. And we are seeing some interesting selections here right now. Most specifically, my eyes drawn to both of the Omens. I've kind of been seeing some, particularly on Haven, some Brimstone pretty often here. I think Brimstone is pretty good on this map in particular, but but the Omen being the pick, at least the preferred one for both of these teams, it looks like. And Bossy going over on to the Jet, something we have yet to see, at least I have yet to see, has been on that Raze, of course, on both Ascent and Bind. Bind a little less surprising, maybe Ascent more of the off meta pick there. But otherwise, it's looking pretty much the same as what we saw before here, especially for on the Bounty Esports side. Control Z and Shove kind of swapping up their roles a little bit, but really the big difference there is the Jet.
Yeah, absolutely. The Jet coming in for both sides this time around, and I have to scold Iconic and Simple here for just teasing us with those Euro and Viper hovers there. I so wanted to see those picks come through, though I knew they never would. And so we've gotten to take a look at the agent compositions, and now we take a look at this difficult to defend three-sided map. This is a map where the attacking and defending statistics are very stark in contrast to some other maps where Ascent defense wins 52% of the time, Bind defenders win 49% of the time. Well, on Haven, defenders win 55% of the time. And well, that is still pretty close to split down the middle. It still represents a bigger advantage for the defense than it exists on any other map. So, Pugstars, this is a crucial first half for them. This is the defending side on their opponent's map, on a defended sided map. Pugstars, a lot to do here in this first half.
Yeah, that statistic surprising me a little bit. I would have imagined it would have been more attacker-sided because it's hard to defend three sites. But either way, Pugstars is yet to play this today, unless they played it in the group stage, which of course those stats aren't available. But they are pushing very quickly over towards C's Bounty. Control Z to get that first frag. It's quickly returned though by Bossy. Nico chimes in with a second, but Control Z making up a third of the round now makes it a 3-on-2. Pugstars needing to
Valen gets a bit back for the Pugstars, takes down Control Z, who is on the triple kill, but now Valen is in a 1v2 situation with only 26 HP to his name. Sends out that dark cover, has a dark cover on this corner, ready to go. Here comes Valen on the lurk. This is so tense and dangerous for either side. Valen, one wrong foot could spell disaster for the defending side, but as the clock ticks down against Valen, it looks like Bounty Esports happy to stall this one out till the very end, and the timing and positioning all comes together for Bounty Esports to pick up their first pistol round of the series in an excellent start to this game 2.
Well, the stats may say defenders, but that pistol was certainly the attackers. Bounty Esports looking very strong there in the opening. Just kind of using, the fact that there's three sites to their advantage. I mean, it is kind of the classic, Pug strategy, right? To just run it down C long, but there's a reason for that. It's because it's pretty effective overall. And so Bounty Esports, they come away victorious in the end. But look at this. Something we really didn't see before was the force spy on the second round. Pugstars electing to go with that force spy. Bounty Esports, on the other hand, typically electing not to. We'll see how it goes, though. As Valen going to be the first to take the duel, and that goes his way. But that's brutal. Platinum and Code finding those frags onto the site and opening things up on the flank as well. Sheev taking out Bossy. Pugstars in a difficult spot. No, Simple trying to play a magician right there. Found one, but not much more.
Nibbler has been so good on the Bucky throughout this entire day. We saw it earlier on with Bounty Esports. Nibbler is so strong with the Bucky, delivers a double kill once more there. Bounty Esports moving into a very comfortable position, position rather, after the failed Pugstars force buy. I have to say, this looks like a reinvigorated Bounty Esports here on this map. Of course, it is very, very, very early in this match, but Bounty Esports playing with a bit more confidence, a bit more sure-footedness in their movements. And now, look at this, stomping all the way on over towards A site, taking control of the situation. Control Z dashes forward. Bossy gets the opening kill onto She, but Pugstars still scrambling to get back onto A site for this one. But Pugstars winning out, getting to the favorable 1-for-2 trade. Can they make it stick? So far, the answer is a resounding yes.
Oh, that's brutal stuff there for Bounty Esports. They thought they were in control, but the very limited investment from Pugstars able to win things out. And it was that jet play overall on the defense, just making things so hard. I mean, what do you do against Bossy when he's just got the shotgun and it's just in your face, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to try and dislodge him from a position, but you have to walk into those close angles, and that's exactly where he wants to be. It's just very difficult to deal with, and so a point on the board there for Pugstars.
Absolutely. Bossy has been so good throughout this entire event, has been a cornerstone of the Pugstars composition. Delivers a much needed round. Well, I say a much needed round, but it was certainly an unexpected round for Pugstars to pick up that third round. And now Bounty Esports in an uncomfortable position, still able to put together a formidable buy in this fourth round, but not as ideal as they would have liked. The Bladestorm running for the side of Bounty Esports now. But there isn't the aggressive dash forward that we might have expected with that Bladestorm, and we can also see on the opposite side, Bossy has those very same daggers at the ready. Both these teams biding their time, playing their cards close to their chest, but Bounty Esports, their sights remain on A site.
And an interesting hold here for Pugstars, kind of just playing the committed A, committed C with 1B kind of rotator. That's, not always what we see. Sometimes the aggressive push, but now that aggressive push coming through from the attackers. Control C to the opener. Show with the follow-up, but Bossy is there. Gets one, the second, another could be on the cards. Needs to try to hit the knives, but misses those. Nibbler winning out that duel, and it's 2-on-2, making it 2-on-1, because Cheat Code is not going to be missing shots like that, and gets the overheal to add on. So it's just the Omen. Nibbler now 1-on-2, moving towards C, but the rotations are already here. Look at where the defense has positioned and now has all the information. This is going to be short-lived, I would imagine, considering the movement around the site. And indeed, that's it. Iconic. Gonna shut that down. What a great adjustment. Those came in blindingly quickly.
That was silly from Pugstars. There was no way they should have been allowed to win that round, but Pugstars seemingly finding magic where there was none to be found, evening up the score at 2 rounds apiece. And I said earlier on, this looks to be a reinvigorated Bounty Esports. They were looking a whole new team on this map. Well, certainly that notion coming through a bit too soon. Pugstars once again looking to inflict the very same damage they inflicted in the first game of this series. Bossy has not slowed down one single bit, finding big damage to start the round. Iconic finding a big kill on Nibbler to get the action rolling. Bossy pushes forward through the smoke, denies the dash, picks up the kill, takes down Control Z. The spike is down, but firmly in Pugstars' control.
Yeah, and look at where the defenders are. They're just in perfect position. It's going to pick up one, but that is short-lived. Pugstars having 4 survive. Not quite flawless, but certainly solid. And so on that, well, it was an eco round for Bounty. Let's not, get ahead of ourselves.
Of course,
Billy.
of course.
It wasn't meant to go their way, but certainly a solid round and a good round to build up their economy if you are Pugstars. And now, this is an important gun round here because I think we're pretty much going to define how the economy starts to get rolling here for the rest of this half. Because look, the economy is already very strong for Pugstars at the moment, but if they win this round, it's going to be insurmountable almost.
Yeah, absolutely agree. This is a pivotal round to decide the fate of this first half. And Bounty Esports, they're already down a game. They have run out of halves to give away. They need to seize this moment. Pugstars, well aware of this situation, letting the Hunter's Fury fly. They will find that opening damage onto Shove, and Simple cleans up the kill as well. Cheat Code on this aggressive push through the mid corridor, picks up the kill on Nibbler, and this was a do or die round for Bounty Esports. Pugstars may have shown them the die option.
I mean, just the aggression coming out from Pugstars. They have no problem. They're just like, hey, listen, we're on defense. We're supposed to defend sites. We just push them. It's fine. There's no problem. And now the spike is getting planted because of that aggression, but G-Code's winning the duels regardless. Platinum is coming back to one of his own. Now Sheev needs to win that and does, but Bossy trades. So it's 1-on-2 now. Platinum needs to pick this up. Both players looking to come from the same position. Headshot there. Headstrong the second as well. Platinum with the triple kill. It's the clutch, and it was do or die. Was looking like it was die, but Bounty Esports pick it up in the last moment.
Goodness gracious, Platinum, certainly deserving of the name, certainly the most precious of the Bounty Esports players in that moment, clutching out the 1v2 up against two big fraggers for the side of Pugstars. Takes their head off, does Platinum, and that is a big round for Bounty Esports. We said that round very well could decide the fate of this first half. Well, Bounty Esports get it under their control. They get their economy under their control, and now Pugstars feeling pressured to make a play here. Valen on the push with this intel. Oh, looks to do big damage. Takes down Control Z, and Pugstars, they did not like dropping that 6th round.
And Dilly, that's the operator. There was an operator for both sides, and that is the operator drop for the attackers. So impactful now, and Simple is just trying to deny any sort of aggression that way. Does eventually get pushed off of it, but there's just a minute left. So much time now invested in that, and the push from Iconic. Like I said, Pugstars, they're like, who cares? Let's just push. Show with a good read, though, is going to be able to pick out Iconic, but it's still 3-on-4. Bounty Esports down.
Pugstars are starting to play with a little bit of swagger on these pushes. And now, Bounty Esports, they've risen to the occasion on more than one opportunity here. But Pugstars keep bringing these tough situations to the table. Bounty Esports find themselves in a 3v4 with 30 seconds left on the clock, creeping on over towards the C site. Simple holding it down. The trade goes 1-for-1. Shove takes down Simple, but that's both Sovas off the board for either side. There's now 2 attackers remaining. There is the Empress running for Shove. Looking around this garage angle, the attackers won't slink away towards the C-long corridor. They are choosing rather to hold down on site, see how it pays off. Shove gets the peek, finds the damage. Sheep cleans up the kill. Shove picks up the triple kill on the cheat code. This may be very well a win for Bounty Esports, but Valen clutches out the 1v2 in the face of the impossible. Valen somehow gets it done, and Pugstars regain the lead.
Back-to-back 1v2 clutches this game, going back and forth every single which way you look at it. And I just want to mention here, Simple, any other player, you know, you get a Lear comes out, right, and 3 players peek you. You're just dead. You don't get any kills. But Simple gets a 1-for-1 trade. Like, that's just incredible stuff from Simple to keep the man advantage. It's sure, and Pugstars win it out regardless, but oh my goodness, that blew my mind. 3 players peek Simple, and Simple still gets a kill off the back of that. Just impressive stuff all around.
It is the individualistic talent of Pugstars really shining through in these moments. They, of course, all of these teams, they are MVPs of the respected rosters that they came from, but they're showing that individualistic talent combined with this coordination, with this willingness to cooperate, is a deadly combination. A deadly is Bossy picks up the double kill with the operator. Simple cleans up the round, and Pugstars extend their lead to 2. This is an epic first half for the side of Pugstars.
I mean, it absolutely is. And with that, I mean, yes, that it has been back and forth, but Pugstars has certainly been in the driver's seat for the most of it. Now, they are in prime position to kind of start to run away with things. Their economy very solid, though this is kind of the round. This is where things need to start to turn Bounty Esports' way. They want to start to get back into control, maybe tie things back up moving along. An operator out here for the defense, none so much for the attackers. Control Z with the Blade Storm instead as they move towards A.
Here comes the push from Bounty Esports, looking to turn the tides of their favor. Control Z gets one with the Blade Storm. That's all they'll find. The kills going 2 for 2 thus far as the Hunter's Fury for Bounty Esports looks to do damage, but it's going to be Shove picking up the double kill with that push, leaving Pugstars now in a 2v3, but making a 2v2. Valen still very much alive for the defending side. Already a clutch to his name in this game. Valen picks up a crucial kill for Pugstars. Here comes Bossy on the push, gets the right kick onto Platinum, won't get the left click onto Shove. Shove gets the triple kill and now has a full health bar available. Valen just 30 HP, but a wide kit of abilities for Valen to pull this off with the positioning. Does Shove know where he's at? Gets the drop of Valen, gets the flick, and once again, Valen clutches it out with the triple kill. You have got to be kidding me!
3 rounds, 2 clutches. Valen's playing this game on easy mode. What a play all over the place. This has been in the opening stages of Haven, but I know one thing, is that Valen has been so impressive and just continues to be that impressive player for the Pugstars side. And it's everybody stepping up, but we saw Cheat Code and Iconic last map. It's been Valen this map. He's getting aggressive once again. Cheat Code there, Bossy and Valen all picking up frags, and now Iconic chimes in, and it's a double for Iconic. Nearly one apiece, but it's certainly flawless victory there for Pugstars as they extend their lead.
Wow, Pugstars are really starting to sink their teeth into this match. They are up 7 rounds to 3. They are up 1 game to 0. They are 6 rounds away from a clean 2-0 victory in a grand finals here at the Valorant Sunday Showdown. A first ever feat for this team, but certainly not a first ever feat for these players. All parts of title winning rosters at one point or another, and it's only fitting that they've come together to put their stake onto one more title. Can Bounty Esports stand in the way? So far the answer has been no. Simple gets the opening snipe with that Hunter's Fury, and now Iconic looks to greet the push out onto Seaside. Iconic gets away with stone cold murder, sends out the Cypher ultimate. Bounty Esports holding on for dear life as Platinum picks up the double kill. Simple takes down Nibbler. Cheat Code cleans up the round, and Pugstars further extend the lead.
How does Iconic get that kill? He just shouldn't. He just shouldn't get that kill. Like, he didn't even have his gun out. He couldn't even shoot for the first second, and he still wins the gunfight. I mean, it's just incredible. Pugstars are really starting to style. And I mean, normally, like, listen, Dilly, normally, like, if Simple pulls out that Hunter's Fury, like, 9 times out of 10, you're, like, not going to get anything out of it. And I'd be like, yeah, well, you know, that was maybe a questionable Hunter's Fury with no information. But he gets a kill. He gets a kill. It's like, well, you know, I guess it was worth it, right? Like,
Simple with that Galaxy Brain Hunter's Fury. Bossy with the Galaxy Brain snipe takes down Shove through the mid corridor. The news keeps on worsening here for Bounty Esports. They have been tasked with a near impossible problem. How do you stop the Pugstars? Nibbler is gonna find a small answer for themselves in the form of that kill onto Valen. That takes Pugstars' only ultimate in this round off the board. A small victory for Bounty Esports, but they're gonna need a little more than that as Cheat Code secures the hit and run onto Control Z. Won't be able to find the second kill. Sheeb cleans up there, and so now a 3v3 as the clock ticks under a minute.
It's looking like it could be a
I
C
know
push.
exactly where you
Despite
are.
going that way, Neural Theft comes out, reveals the locations, but up on top here, Bossy getting cheeky with it, almost picks up the shot. Does fall back, but there is 3 players still moving this direction, so it is going to be the C hit. Information gained now. Rotations coming back through. Every frag pouring on the pressure here for Bounty to pick up yet another. As now that spike planted. Bounty looking to come in. Close by is Nibbler, but he's stuck down. There's no way to come back from that one. And now Iconic on the flank. Looking to find one, but Bossy has a third in the round on the site. Now it's just Platinum. Low HP comes through. Unfortunately, his lineup is not for the right position. And so that defuse is coming through. Half already there, but there's the Hunter's Fury. Comes out, but he's got to stop the player who's pushing him not quite enough. That defuse coming through once again in Simple.
Wow.
Not going to be denied. Bossy with the quad to close things out. It's 9-3. Pugstars are looking unstoppable.
Welcome to Bossy TV, the premier TV channel to watch Bossy run up the score on Bounty Esports. Bossy TV absolutely storming away with this Game 2 of the Grand Finals. 14-8-2 Bossy, just leaving a massive mark on the legs of Bounty Esports, securing that 9th round for Pugstars, and almost assuredly securing this Game 2 here for Pugstars. Bounty Esports will have to climb a Herculean mountain to try and stop Pugstars from running away with this one.
All I can think of, the only word I can think of for that first half, pristine from Pugstars, winning everything. The duels, the 1v1s, the 1v2s. Everything looking solid, but Bounty is looking to get aggressive. Well, I say looking, they are aggressive. 5 players, in fact, moving towards A. Nobody home, though, and the Iconic does get the information, so that is going to be solid as this spike plant comes through onto C. Retake incoming.
Oh, wow. Bounty Esports playing a dangerous game here, but they win out over Bossy. A big victory indeed for the defenders. The kills go 1 for 1, but now 3 for 1 here. Bounty Esports doing an excellent job on this retake here. Now 2 attackers remaining to try and hold them off. Valen, though, staying alive, gets 1 kill, gets traded out. Now cheat code in the 1v3 won't be able to convert in Bounty Esports. A very much needed pistol round, and actually their second pistol round of the series, their second pistol round of the game. So Bounty Esports, despite the deficit, doing well to keep these pistol rounds within their grasp.
Yeah, I mean, that is certainly a good step, you know, towards the, well, the recovery of this game. This of course, is Bounty's pick, so I wouldn't be surprised to know that they have a very solid defensive side here on Haven, but I mean, this is still a 5-round deficit, nothing to laugh at all, and it's definitely going to be a long battle. The purchase, though, is in for the attackers, 5 stingers all the way across the board, and so they definitely have a chance to win, despite the fact that there is a buy for the opposition as well.
Bounty Esports, they're going to have to hold on to this one with all of their might. Pugstars taking the fight right to them here on C-site. Wow, Sheeb locked in this cage. Now let loose. Bossy takes him down. 1 kill going over to the sides of Pugstars now in this 5v4. Iconic on the flank for the attacking side. The defenders in tow. Nibbler takes down Iconic. Bossy close to getting a 2nd kill there. Is going to have to run away. Takes a fair bit of damage here as Pugstars trying to hold down this site. But Bounty Esports so deadly on this retake. They're taking the action right to them. Valen gets shot right in the back, and Bounty Esports, they weather a strong round from Pugstars, send them back down to the eco.
Man, but that was close, and it was a large investment from Bounty. Lots of economic damage done, but like you said, back to the eco here for Pugstars. So this should be a round for Bounty to pick up. It is theirs to lose, you could say. In a tenuous position right now for Pugstars in the economic department. Have a little bit of cash, you know, got some sheriffs, got a frenzy. A shotgun as well, just, you know, to add some spice to it. Like, what would it be without Bossy and having a shotgun? You know, the Bucky in hand.
Absolutely, Bossy. Not to be outdone by Nibbler here on the Bucky, rather, looking to spread out some of that love there with the Bucky, but Nibbler once again getting the action started. Bucky in hand. Iconic catches Platinum a bit off guard, so the kills go 1 for 1 as the spike goes down on B site. Sheep pushing forward here. Pugstars, that quick push, get the spike down, able to back away now Oh, Nibbler, that distance is a bit tough to get done with the Bucky, but still finding some damage here. Here comes the full-on retake. Here comes the cavalry for Bounty Esports. Iconic doing what they can to hold down the site, but the defuse comes through nonetheless, and Nibbler picks up the double kill with the Bucky. And so, Nibbler, the better Bucky wielder in that 15th round.
Yeah, I mean, that's a key little thing to add there in that 15th round because, you know, the rest of the game, Rossi has definitely been up there. But yeah, this is now the first real test for the defensive Bounty Esports, full weapon round available here. Valorant has a teleport. Choke has Empress online. Control Z with a operator out. And gets aggressive over towards long, but does get spotted out with that sonar arrow. So very good sonar arrow placement to deny the positioning, as we are still 5-on-5 with about 1:20 left in the round.
Bounty Esports now. This could very well be the round that turns the tides for the defending side here. Oh, and that's how it starts. Nibbler takes down Cheat Code in Garage. Pugstars trade the kill 1-for-1. Bossy takes down Nibbler for a bit of revenge. That's gonna prompt the the Empress from Bounty Esports here. Iconic pushing up A as Shove takes down Bossy. Iconic once again catching Platinum off guard, winning that A short duel, bringing us into this 3v3. Oh, the snipe doesn't land there, and Iconic able to advance their position as Pugstars get set up onto A site. This 3v3 retake situation. Oh, and it was a 3v3. Make it a 3v1. 2 quick kills come across for Pugstars. Iconic wraps up the triple kill. Pugstars onto double digits. You said it was the first real test for Bounty Esports. Unfortunately for the defenders, they have been given a failing grade.
I mean, who else but Iconic ego peaks up like that? I mean, he's just like, yeah, dude, what of it? I get a triple kill, it's fine. There's no problems here. Like, I mean, yes, there was 2 more players. It wasn't that crazy, but like that shot was just stupendous coming through from Iconic, and that triple kill indeed. As the pressure mounting now, Bounty Esports. You could say it's a pressure cooker. I would certainly be feeling it. They've got to figure something out as the push comes through onto C, but nobody's home. They've left it all open as they push through. Man, I do like that Bounty Esports is trying stuff, but the flank. Ooh. Oh, Shove the turnaround there. Iconic, sit down, brother. Can't take Shove's 1v1. Valen though with the double kill, taking a triple as he gets quad kill. The feed lit up by Valen. Who else but Valen been putting in the work in the clutch frag department. This time though, cleaning up those ecos. Platinum left, and he does take out one. A very nice headshot. Spots out a second, knows where a third is, but Valen with the ace. That is impressive.
Absolutely. Bounty Esports, they looked very dangerous at the start of that round. Shove especially with that flick onto Iconic. Unreal aim from Shove there, but Valen, simply the clutch master, cleans up shop with the ace, no less. Really feeding Pugstars that 11th round in a deliberate fashion, and now Pugstars just 2 rounds away from their first ever Grand Finals victory as a 5. This would be a big win for these guys moving forward, and Cheat Code is certainly on the hunt for it. Takes down Shove. That's a big opening kill, but Control Z ain't done yet. Takes down Valen with the Bladestorm as we look at Bossy, so aggressive on that push forward with the operator. Iconic not wasting any time moving forward. Doesn't find Platinum this time, finds Sheeb, and Sheeb wins out, and Control Z picks up the double kill on the flank. Bounty Esports finally bringing some aggression, finally bringing some fire, and it pays off in spades.
A dizzyingly fast round there from Bounty Esports. They take that and, well, maybe able to solidify their positioning. But again, 4-round deficit now, and Pugstars just 2 away from taking this Grand Finals into Bounty, needing to push us to a map 3 here and getting the win on Haven. But it is going to be a long road ahead. utilizing 2 of their 4 ultimates available in that last round were Bounty Esports. So I would argue, 2 of the more impactful of those ultimates as well. So Blade Storm and Teleport here for Pugstars into this round. See if they utilize that right now. Not quite yet. As throwing the Leer in, and well, Posse just decides to press W into Nibbler. Does get the kill, but she's there to respond. Simple though, gets the return frag as well. So it's 1 for 1 essentially, and Pugstars getting the better of it. 4 on 3 now on the retake.
Wow, Pugstars, they look untouchable here in this 19th round. The spike is down, but Pugstars are spread across the map, simply hunting down the members of Bounty Esports. Control Z putting up a valiant fight here in this defending side spawn with the operator trying to keep the hope alive. But Pugstars are closing in, putting Control Z between a rock and a hard place, and the walls are closing in. Control Z met with a cruel fate, and now Pugstars, they are 1 round away from taking grand finals in their first ever Valorant Sunday Showdown, a massive achievement for this newly formed roster. They are just 1 round away from glory. Can they secure it? The buys certainly looking healthy for the attackers. Not anything to worry about there. But for the side of the defense, there is a full buy, full sets of armor available, 2 Phantoms, 3 Vandals. So Bounty Esports with a fighting chance here of taking this round away. But Bossy TV with that Blade Storm will be looking to steal it away just as quick. Gets up and over the wall, won't find a kill for now, but Bounty Esports once again bringing the aggression.
I mean, it would complete a beautiful story. Pugstars earlier today, I mean, beating out the former Easy 5 roster, and now Valen taking the first frag out, but Control Z is there for the trade, or rather Nibbler is in Control Z with 1 on the other side, but Simple is trying to fight this back now. Cheat Code, one of their own, was through, but that's not quite enough. Iconic is in the flank. I mean, Iconic just lives in your flank, unfortunately, and gets the neural theft out, knows exactly where everyone is, but that spike is down. And with 50 seconds left, this is a tall task for Iconic.
I had pretty much given this round over to Bounty Esports, but now that I fully assess the situation, we see Iconic in a 1v2 scenario, certainly not unwinnable by any stretch of the imagination. There is the Empress available for Shove, should they want that extra pad of protection. But Iconic very well could seal this victory right here now. Oh, but that's big damage. Nibbler spots the barrel from Iconic, puts him down. No hope of a clutch this time around. And Bounty Esports live to fight another day, sending Pugstars back down to beginnings. But I say that, and really it's not true economically. Pugstars able to put together still a very formidable buy. Bounty Esports considering up their options to best put their money together.
Yeah, I mean, and they also have substantial cash. Operator out for Control Z as well. So, 2 out of the last 3 rounds, that definitely doesn't hurt your chances into the purchase. Pugstars, that was close, but Iconic actually could have won that. That camp position was actually incredible. Gave him so much information, but it wasn't quite enough. Now, C-hit comes through. Sheeb in the corner, but gets tagged up. Simple with the frag. That's now an advantage for Pugstars as the spike is getting planted. And who else but Iconic sitting in this flank? I mean, this is just... I mean, it's a thorn in the side of anyone you're playing against, Bounty Esports in particular.
Absolutely. Iconic has made full use of that Cypher kit to Bounty Esports' demise, but Nibbler takes down Iconic, Control Z takes down Bossy. There's a glimmer of hope for Bounty Esports yet, and now in a 3v3, Simple spotting out the opposition is now Control Z starts the defuse. Simple will start up the Hunter's Fury, looking to snipe down Control Z. The hits keep rolling for Pugstars, and that's gonna be the win. Pugstars take it down, winning out over Bounty Esports in this best of 3. Take it 2-0. Congratulations to Pugstars, a well-earned victory.
Indeed. I mean, that was just solid stuff all the way around. There was not a moment where I felt that, Pugstars were lacking in really any way, especially not on Haven. I mean, it was close there at the beginning, but it was, maybe the same story on Bind, close at the beginning, but then Pugstars simply ran away with it there at the end. That seems to be the story of this roster, though. We saw that on Ascent as well. A bit of a shoddy start, a little bit, probably a worse start than we had seen even here it was just close. There it was below in the they were really struggling in the semifinals, but always able to bring things back in the second half. Is this just a second half team? Is that how that works? I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm making it a thing now, Tilly.
They have very well made it a thing here today, and I have to say, though it is a newly formed roster, Pugstars were showing a wealth of experience here, not just in this series, but in their earlier matches as well. You said they're a second half team, but I simply think that plays to their strengths of how they adapt to their opponent and how they get a feel for the match. It just seems that they take in the situation, they understand where they're at in terms of composition, in terms of map pick, and then they formulate a strategy, and then all of a sudden there's this insurmountable mountain for the enemy to deal with, and that mountain has a name. It is your HyperX. MVP of the night will be Valen, securing that HyperX Cloud Core Stinger headset. Congratulations, Valen, a well-deserved MVP award, especially after 2 monster 1v3 clutches back to back. Valen certainly deserving of the HyperX MVP award for week number 43 here at the Valorant Sunday Showdown.
I mean, don't forget that ace. That ace.
Yeah,
was pretty
I forgot about
too.
the ace. I forgot about the whole dang ace. That's how good Valen was. Made me forget about a whole dang ace.
Yeah, I mean that is you said well deserved. I could not agree more. Absolutely incredible, especially that Haven. I mean, it was incredible on Bind too. Let's not get it mixed up. But on Haven especially, just is such a dynamic player, able to pick up frags when most needed for the team. And like I said, this Pugstar roster, they had a run that certainly had some very solid teams. Like I was mentioning, beat out on the way, I believe. And
former VSS champs.
Yeah, and those guys are former Easy 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, yes.
So like those guys are really, really good, and so for them to beat them out, it's a best of 1, but it doesn't matter. You won the game, right? And so for me, that really just shows that this is not just a shot in the pan. This is, a consistent roster, and we know that. We know the names. Pugstars stepping up, making a brilliant run tonight, and just securing themselves this victory. Well done.
Absolutely. A mark in the VSS history books for sure. Pugstars, the future certainly looks bright after taking this dub. But our night now comes to a close. That's going to do it for us here at the Valorant Sunday Showdown. It has been an epic Valentine's Day, and we have been so lucky to share it with all of you. For myself, I'm Dilly G. This was Vincent alongside of me. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. We'll see you next Sunday, same time, same place, and definitely you don't want to miss it.